Yet. Hello?
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 Hello? Hello?
Okay, we good?
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Welcome to Mama of the Wild Crew podcast, the podcast where we embrace the messy, wild, beautiful journey of motherhood together. I'm your host, Alexa Schmoker, mama of two beautiful kiddos, wife, nurse, and lover of Jesus. Motherhood is full of hard moments, unexpected chaos, and those days where you just really don't have it all together. But in the midst of it all, there is so much joy. On this podcast, we're diving into the real, honest conversations about motherhood, the challenges, the triumphs, and everything in between. We'll hear the stories of incredible moms from all walks of life, share wisdom, laughter, and let's be real, probably a few tears. And we're going to discover how to embrace the joy in this chaos. So whether you're rocking a baby to sleep, folding that never-ending pile of laundry, or sneaking away for a quiet moment with your coffee, welcome, Mama. You're not alone here. Hit subscribe and join me on this wild adventure of motherhood. I can't wait to do this journey with you.
Hey, Mama.
Hey, Mama, and welcome back to Mama of the Wild Crew podcast, the space where we hold the sacred, the chaotic, and the beautiful parts of motherhood all at once. Today's conversation is one that will stay with you. I'm sitting down with my girl, Mallory Mosby, a mama to two beautiful girls, a woman who has walked through profound loss and still chooses joy. Mallory's husband, Harrison, was a firefighter and the love of her life. Through pregnancy, delivery, the newborn stage with their second daughter, and raising their toddler, she stood by his side through a long, brave fight with cancer. Since Harrison's passing, Mallory has navigated motherhood, grief, faith, and healing with strength that can only be described as God-given. She's learned how to walk with Jesus in a whole new way, and she's fearlessly committed to raising her two girlies to know that they are deeply loved, not just by her, but by God. In this conversation, we talk about what it means to keep going, to hold sorrow and joy in the same hand, and to trust God even when the path feels unclear. Mallory is not only a beautiful woman and an incredible mama, but she's also a sweet friend. And one of those things that makes this conversation so sweet is that our little girls are friends too. It's such a gift to walk through motherhood alongside one another, and I'm so honored to share her story with you today. So this one goes out to the woman who is still waiting, for the mama who's navigating the ache, for the heart that needs to hear you're not alone. So let me introduce you to my friend, Mallory.
Hi, friends. I'm so thankful to be here and so grateful that you are listening. My name is Mallory. I'm a dental hygienist, a mom of two, and a newly widowed wife. Just saying that out loud feels really strange, but it's a part of my story now. I married Harrison in 2020. We were blessed with two incredible girls, Kollyns, who was born in 2021, and Grace in 2023. We always said that Kollyns was our strength and that Grace was our joy. And now looking back, I see how perfectly timed that they were born. God really blessed us with those two girls, and their timing was perfect. Harrison was diagnosed with cancer when Kolly was just 5 months old. We spent a lot of time driving back and forth to St. Louis for treatments, and somehow, even in the midst of the storm, Kollyns was always smiling. Her joy was contagious, and just seeing her smile gave both of us the will to keep fighting. We would walk out of the doctor's appointments, and she'd be right there, standing there waiting for us with Harrison's parents, and she'd have the biggest smile on her face, and she was just so happy. And when we were in his appointments, all we could think about was getting out to her and just holding her and seeing her. Yeah. But when Grace came along, the situation was different. The circumstances were harder. I had to be induced early so that Harrison could be there for her birth before heading to MD Anderson. Just hours after Grace was born, he had to leave for a blood transfusion. So he left me in the hospital, and he went to another hospital a couple hours after she was born. He came back to stay the night and then headed out the next morning to go to MD Anderson. It was a really, really scary time. That was one of the first times that we had actually had to make a really big decision of, we got to do what's best for you. And that was for him to leave me in the hospital so that he could go and get treatment. But even then, like, Grace brought us a lot of peace. She was a tiny reminder of hope. So we always said Kollyns was our strength and then Grace was our hope. Harrison really wanted to fight to live. He wanted to be there for his girls, and he always told me, like, I'm going to fight my hardest so that I can be here for you girls. Mm-hmm. After Harrison passed, everything changed. I was suddenly a single mom, raising 2 toddlers, and I felt the weight of every responsibility. Things like mowing the lawn, which I'd never done before, like household chores, cleaning, folding laundry, everything became a big obstacle for me. And even now, I'm still navigating that and trying to work through that and try to figure out how I can, like, get everything done with the girls, but it's still extremely hard.
Yeah.
I have gotten better, but it's still not easy.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. Well, that brings us into our mom fail, because you and I kind of had talked about this before we started. So when you're talking about mowing the lawn, that's what we're going to get into. But first, I've got to hit you with my mom fail, because
let's hear it.
Our kids go to the same school, and I saw you this day. So I'm going to bring it back to what was it called? The recital? What am I trying to think of the word? The show performance.
Was it
the end of the year spectacular?
Was it assembly?
Assembly? Yeah,
I don't know.
I guess. Okay, so where your kids get on stage and they sing songs.
What? Okay,
what is that word called?
Hold on. Let me try to think.
This is mom brain at its finest.
Yes.
Whatever, program.
Yes, program.
End of the year program.
Why can't we remember that?
I don't know, because we were losing it. That's why.
Probably why.
Okay, but also I started, is it creatine yesterday? Mm-hmm. And Jordan said it was supposed to make my memory better. So
maybe
guys,
we should nix that.
This is day 1 and it's not improved. So we'll keep tracking this.
Let me know how that works out for you. Right. Keep me updated.
I will. Okay, so we were at the program. And then, like, a couple days before, crew keeps singing Your Grand Old Flag. Your girls, do they sing Your Grand Old Flag?
All the time.
All the time. So it's
very catchy, and so I've started singing it now.
Right. Well, we had to look up the words first, because I did not know all of the words. And she knew all the words, but some of them I couldn't understand.
Did you not do that as a kid?
Yeah, but I didn't remember. I didn't remember, like, every single word.
We did that every day when I was in pre-K.
Okay, well, now we're doing it every day in our house, because she sings it all the time. And if we sing it, like, see a flag, she just says, like, Mom, look, it's the grand old flag. And she'll sing the song. So in the program, she said that she was singing Your Grand Old Flag. And she has a dance outfit that is red, white, and blue. So she wanted to wear her red, white, and blue outfit to her program where she was going to sing Your Grand Old Flag. And I didn't even, like, think twice about it, because she knows all the words. So I thought, like, surely they've been practicing this song, like, in their music class, and this is what they're singing. So not only did she wear her outfit with her big bow and everything, the whole family, like, went patriotic to the nines. Like, I was in a red dress. I had Wilder in his red, white, and blue. Jordan was. We had, like, texted my parents, my in-laws, like, hey, red, white, and blue theme. Like, we love a theme in this house.
You were decking out in red.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. You were going all out in red, white, and blue.
We were going all out in red, white, and blue. It was looking like the 4th of July. We went to the donut shop before and, like, got a red, white, and blue donut, too. So, I mean, it was a whole event. I took off work. We go to the program. It starts. Everyone is, like, in their cute spring dresses. Not Crew Pearl. She is, like, front and center in her red, white, and blue dance costume. So we're looking at the program. They're singing their cute songs, like, could not be cuter. Their red, white, like, Grand Old Flag is not on the program. We get through the whole thing. She doesn't sing it. So after we were like, oh, I thought that you were singing Grand Old Flag. And she's like, no, not this time. I'm not singing it this time.
You got tricked.
We got tricked.
Well played. Well played, crew.
But she looked cute.
She did. It's funny that you bring this up, because I actually remember seeing her in her little tutu dress, and I was thinking, oh, she looks so cute. And she had the little red bow in.
Yep.
And every time I see her, she has the biggest smile on her face and is always happy. But I remember that day because I just thought she looked adorable. Yeah. Well, it looks like she loved to perform.
She does. She's a performer. Yeah. She is. And then she had also won the Patience Award that month, which is still, like, kind of laughable, because we struggle with patience with her. So whenever we got the letter, I like pulled it out of the bag, like, is this for you? You know, is this the right kid?
Does it have your name on it?
Right. Too? So then she like got to take her patience award picture of the month or whatever that day too. So she's like in her grand old flag outfit, like,
well, you better frame that.
Oh, it's on our fridge right now.
I love it.
So anyway, your lawn tell us about your lawn mowing experience.
Oh gosh, I don't even know if I should say it, but
you don't have to.
But nothing bad happened, so we're okay. Okay.
Disclosure: everyone is fine.
Everyone is fine. So, little backstory. I started mowing my lawn this year. One day after work, I was trying to rush to beat the rain because my yard floods, and so I knew that if I didn't mow that day, it would be weeks.
Literally.
So
ours is the same.
I go and hop on the mower's dead. Completely dead. So I'm like, great. So I called my dad and I said, Dad, like, what do I do? Well, jump it. Well,
okay.
Usually they would have came over to help me, but they were gone. So I was like, okay. So I pull up my car and I'm sitting there trying to connect the cables. Well, things start sparking. So I'm like, well, that's not the right spot. So I finally figured it out and finally got the mower to kind of start. And I look and it's out of gas, completely out of gas. So I leave my house and go and get gas from my parents' house and then came back and filled it up. And I was like, okay, God, like it's finally going to start. This day can't go any worse, get any worse. Because it had been a hard day too. And then this was just like the cherry on top of it. So I put the gas in, still won't start. So I pull the car back up and I'm sitting there trying to jump it again. And meanwhile, the girls are going crazy. They're just running everywhere. I looked out in the road and Grace has her diaper off and she's just playing in the street, like right by my driveway. And I live in a little cul-de-sac. So we were at the end, or end of the road. So our neighbors are very cautious when they drive by, but I was trying to wrangle them in and get them back up and finally got the lawnmower to start. So I put them on my lap because where else would I put them?
Yeah, in the street, I guess.
I guess in the street, no diaper on, naked. And I put them in my lap and so we finally start mowing. I'm like, okay, here we go.
We've got this.
Yeah, we got this. We're going to get it done. Well, not even 3 minutes into it, all I hear is screaming and I see blood and I look down and Grace has sliced her toe. So it got caught in between the hinge of the mower and like the handlebar and it literally just sliced it. Thankfully, she's okay now. No toes were lost in the process. Yeah. But I did learn a major lesson of do not mow with your kids. So lesson learned.
Lesson learned. But also like, what do you do with them though?
I don't know.
While you're mowing.
I'm usually they're on my lap. And so my dad and brothers will try to come and mow for me if they can. But I've really tried to take on the responsibility of it. And so I'll try to beat them to it and not tell them I'm mowing, like, hey, I'm mowing today, just because I know that they'll be right over and they're like, no, don't do it.
Yeah.
But I want to take on the responsibility and at least try to not let them take the weight of everything and picking up my slack. But I want... I don't know. I'm like, what do I do with my kids when I do all this?
I don't know that
I don't know
answer.
how single moms do it, honestly. And
I don't know either.
The ones that have done this for years, wow. Like, you go, girl.
Seriously, like Jordan's camping this weekend and even last night, just like trying to like corral Crew and put Wilder down. And she kept like coming in and wanting to kiss him and love on him. And I'm like, get out of here. I'm like, that is one night. I cannot imagine, like, props. Kudos, all the things to single moms out there. Because
I don't understand how they do it. Like, other than, I mean, by the grace of God and family and friends and all of that, but you can't do it without help.
No, you can't. And we're going to definitely dive into just like family, friends, community when we get into this. Okay, Mallory, so you recently finished a big run that I saw on Facebook, and you looked beautiful doing it.
Well, thanks.
Which is incredible. What did that experience mean to you, just physically, emotionally, even spiritually? How has running become a part of your healing journey? And have there been moments while running when you felt God's presence or even Harrison's?
So I wanted to run a marathon because that was Harrison's goal. Once he beat cancer, he wanted to run a marathon, whether it was me pushing him in a wheelchair or him actually running it. By golly, that man was going to run a marathon. So once he passed, it was really on my heart that was something that I wanted to do. So I ran it for him. During the marathon, I felt a lot of emotions. Just one, I hadn't had the proper training. And as a single mom, I was barely getting any miles in. And if I was, it was 1 mile here, 1 mile there. But it was broken up because, you have kids. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You can't just leave them inside the house for them to find something to do.
Right.
So I would run it on the treadmill as much as I could. And I just wasn't, I just did not feel prepared. But I just felt a lot of God's strength during that run, just getting me through. This is weird, but I wanted to feel the pain. And by golly, I did. I did. But I wanted to feel the pain just because Harrison went through so much pain. And not that pain would come anywhere close to what he was feeling. But I needed to feel some physical pain. And so the marathon,
it did that for you.
It did. It really did. I couldn't walk afterwards, so let me just tell you that.
I literally cannot fathom, because I just recently, my sister and I were like, we're going to be running girlies this summer. And we're like, we're going to run a mile. a mile.
Hey, that's okay.
We haven't even started training. Jordan was like, well, are you going to train or anything? And I'm like, I feel like I could just bust out a mile. I mean, I just try it all growing up. Number one, I'm a little worried about my pelvic floor.
But you'll find out real quick.
Because I was not compliant with my pelvic floor therapy. Number two, I just cannot even How many miles was your marathon?
It was 26.2.
That was insane.
I was good until about mile 20, and then that's when I hit a wall. And I asked every police officer on the side of the road how many miles I had left. And I know that they were feeling sorry for me, because I was like, seriously? 6 more miles?
Give me a little ride in your go-kart?
Yeah.
Golf cart?
Golf cart, yes.
Go-kart.
And so people were passing me, and they would tell me to come on. It was perfect how I was being cheered on by other runners, and just even people on the side of the road just telling me, keep going. You're almost there. Well, it was true. I was almost there. But it reminds me of a video that Harrison used to watch by Craig Rochelle. It was "Don't Quit on 6," and in it he says you're farther than you think you are, so don't give up. Keep persevering and don't lose hope. And it reminded me of that video, and so I actually played that during the run.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
How cool.
Not the whole time, but a couple of times during the run, because it motivated me. It used to motivate him to keep fighting and to keep going, and it's the perfect video. I'll send you the link so you can post it for people to watch.
I'll link it in the show notes.
I, even now, when life is hard, and which it's a daily thing,
right.
But I will go and watch it, and it just reminds me I'm not living for myself. I'm living for Jesus, and that I have, it may be hard now, but I have a reward, and that's heaven.
Right.
I get to go to heaven. And
Absolutely.
So I just try to keep my mind focused on that.
Absolutely. That is so beautiful. Were you an athlete?
I did run
growing up?
Yes, I did run in high school.
Okay.
So, and I cheered.
Oh, you cheered. Okay, cool. Where did you go to college?
Well, I went to multiple different colleges.
Same.
So I went to RSU, ran there for a year. Then I went to Wichita State, and then Harrison and I met back at TCC, or we saw each other in passing. And then I went to OU for dental hygiene.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. So my parents went to Wichita State. I was born in Wichita.
Oh, really?
Yes. And then I, of course, did classes at TCC. I think it's a rite of passage maybe for kids around here,
Might as well.
I wish I would have done more.
Yeah.
Now that I'm paying these student loans.
Yeah.
But then I also went to OU.
So, hey.
Yeah.
Kind of the same.
Yes. So you guys walked by each other. You're like, oh, he's cute.
I was walking up the stairs. He was walking down the stairs, and we made eye contact. And then once I got up to the top and he got at the bottom, we turned around, and it was like in the movies where you see the couples passing each other when they like each other. That's literally what it was like.
Oh my gosh.
So
what campus was it at?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Were you like downtown?
No.
No.
What's the one out by Academy? Maybe like 91st?
Oh,
That one.
okay. I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
like 91st and 169.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's
TCC,
going to be like
that's all
walking
we
the
need to know.
stairs now.
Yeah. Looking at each other.
Looking at each other.
Can he
Is
be
this
the one?
our moment?
Yeah.
Is this him? Okay. Well, that's beautiful. I love that. Okay, Mallory, so you walked through something absolutely unimaginable. Raising a toddler, carrying your second daughter, while watching your husband fight cancer with everything he had. What did that season teach you about love, endurance, and faith? You shared that your relationship with God has changed. It became deeper, more personal. What has walking with God looked like since then, especially in the still, the quiet moments of motherhood and grief?
Oh goodness. So this is a hard question.
It's a big one.
So I've known Jesus since I was a little girl. I grew up going to church. I read my Bible. I've always prayed. But it wasn't until I walked through cancer with Harrison that I began to understand like what a real relationship with Jesus looked like. Mm-hmm. It's not one-sided.
Right.
Like it's me going to God, and because he's always there, he never leaves me. But I just wasn't actively pursuing him. So during that season, I learned what it meant to like fully surrender, and I didn't realize it at the time. But God was using the valley to really teach me how to like trust him completely. And to be honest with you, I like this is hard for me to say, but like I don't even know how to say it, but I would rather be in the valley so I can learn from God. Mm-hmm. I don't want to go through what I went through again, but I like being in the valley because I'm learning from God, and I wouldn't if I were like if I wasn't in the valley, then I wouldn't be learning what I'm learning. Like I don't think I would respond the way I'm responding, and God wouldn't be able to teach me what I'm supposed to learn. So, like, he's kept me here for a while, and it's breaking me, but it's because I needed to be broken, and he's like shaping my heart to become more like him, and I'm seeing things differently. But now every day I try to like wake up and say, God, if it's not from you, take it from me. Because if I don't say that, like if I don't pray that, I feel like I just ignore God, and I'll say, nope, it's all mine. Or like, this is definitely like, God definitely wants me to have that, but it's not the truth. Like I want my eyes to be open to what God wants me to have, and who I'm supposed to like talk to, and who I'm supposed to reach, and who I'm supposed to be friends with. Because all of that's important, like who you surround yourself with. And I only want what God wants for me. Like I want his will to be done. Anxiety has been a real thing for me this year. And I've noticed that it always creeps in when I try to control everything. I'm a control freak.
I'm a big control freak, so I understand that. But
when I let God take over and say, God, let your will be done, and just like surrender it to him, the anxiety doesn't completely go away, but he gives me the peace that I need to get through the day or that situation or that moment. So really surrendering has been the biggest eye-opening thing to me, because I it's not just a one-time thing. I could surrender a situation, or just tell God, okay, God, like I have anxiety today. I surrender this. And it's multiple times a day. It's not just one time and I'm done. It's multiple times a day. And I found myself talking to God throughout the day and trying to be in prayer throughout the day, because I want him to direct my path. I want him to lead me, but it's hard. It's not as easy as what I'm like. It's easier said than done.
It's easier said than done. Absolutely. Yes. And you and I had kind of talked before, but Lemons on Friday by Maddie Jackson. Yes. She was on a podcast with Annie F. Downs. And if you don't listen to Just for Fun with Annie F. Downs, that's a good one. But she's come on there a couple times. And she wrote a book called Lemons on Friday, which I have not read. But after listening to her on the podcast, I'm dying to read it. And you said that you have read it.
I have read it.
And it's really good. So I'm going to order it too. But she had described this picture of her relationship with God as going from something that is very like formal to relational. So she had described like it took me from writing a formal letter to someone to like Snapchatting them back and forth all day, which I thought was just like a very on our level kind of interpretation of it, which is great. So she lost her husband shortly after they got married, like from a tragic accident. So she kind of walks through her grief too. And another thing that she had talked about is little funerals for my future. And she had talked about how like she had to learn how to grieve not only like the loss of her husband, but just like the loss of their dreams for their future. So whether it be like thinking of a trip that they like always talked about going on, or, you know, like birthdays or anniversaries or anything like that. So is that something that you've kind of gone through as well?
It definitely has been. I lost it. It feels like I lost everything, but I didn't. I still have Jesus. I still have my family. I still have my girls. Like, I am thankful for the way God has blessed me, but I definitely grieve, like, my girls. They long, like, Kollyns will always watch my brother and his twins, and she'll just eye them, like, the whole time when he's playing baseball with them or throwing them up in the air. So, like, I'm grieving her and her emotions too. But also it's hard for me not to think, okay, like, if you were here, like, what would we be doing? Like, we would probably be on vacation right now, or I wouldn't have screaming girls because he always made everyone laugh, and he would be able to help out. So I am grieving, like, just the loss of like our future that we had, but also I still have hope for my future, and which really leads me into saying like when you focus on earthly desires, like, instead of eternity, I've noticed that I lose my perspective. It's easy to get caught up in wanting more, like more money, more clothes, more shoes, like more everything. But that's not what life is about. And sometimes I have to remind myself to trust God and whatever his plan looks like, because it's the eternal reward that's what's most important. And I have to remind myself that, like, when I am having those sad moments, that God is faithful and he's going to get me through this. And what's important is heaven. Yeah. Like, the only thing, like, being a disciple, raising disciples, making disciples in heaven. Like, we are here for Jesus.
Yeah, absolutely. And another kind of like hard thing that I wanted to talk about is the word widow. So even whenever we were like trying to plan on doing this, and you had sent me like your voice clip.
Yes.
You learned how to do?
I learned how to send my voice over text, and I'm so excited. I didn't even know that was a thing.
So now if you get a voice clip from Mallory, she's on it with the voice clips now. But even in there, you had said like, I'm, Mallory, I am a newly single widowed mom. Yes. And even whenever you said that, I was like listening to the voice clip, and like, it kind of just like made me tear up. And Jordan was looking at me like, what's your problem? And I'm like, none of your business. Don't look at me. But it's just like not how I see you. The word, like, I don't like picture this young hot mom, like doing her thing, running marathon, like the word widow was just interesting to me. Yeah. And so I wanted to get like your take on it. Cause even in this Lemons on Friday, she had, Maddie Jackson had talked about just the word widow for her too. And how at first, like, she was like, I hate the word. Like,
I hate it. I hated it. And it wasn't even until like a couple of months ago that like, I was like, okay, well, that's what I am, but I'm more than that, and I'm not just that. I'm a mom. I was a wife. I'm a friend, but it's just a word, and it's a part of my story now. And so I'm a widow, and I'm okay with saying that, and because that word comes with so much so much life, right? And so much. I don't even know how to say it. It's just like. There's so much depth in that word because it's our story. It is. And God is still working through that. And who knows? Maybe I had to say widow so that someone would listen to this, and they wouldn't have if I didn't. And so that's important to me, like just sharing my story and letting God work through me. And just trying to reach people.
Right, absolutely. And she kind of talked about too how she would have to go to God and be like, God, this word, like, come on, you couldn't have come up with a better word. Like, it's just this word. I don't know.
Yeah.
And she said that he kind of, like you're saying, just transformed her heart about it. And she kind of like had to embrace it herself too. And now she has a different outlook on the word. And like you're saying, like, it's your story, and there are other widows out there.
Yes. And so one thing that I've really had to pray over this past year is, it's a dangerous prayer, because get ready, once you pray it, like, God starts moving. But I prayed, like, God, show me where my heart needs to change. Show me how to become more like you, and just show me. And by golly, once you start praying it, he convicts you and he shows you what needs to change. And he has definitely, I mean, I'm not perfect at all, but he's definitely worked through my heart over this past year. And I love differently, and I see friendships differently, and it's changed the way that I parent too. Just having the Lord change your heart, because a couple of years ago I would have been like, well, my heart's good, God.
Yeah,
like,
change them.
Yeah,
God, they have an issue.
Yeah, like, it's not me, God. It's them. But really, it's God showed me how to still love and to just accept things, and as he's changing my heart and how I'm trying to become more like him, I see things differently. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And okay, I want to talk about disciples too, because one of the things that you had said earlier is that you're here to be a disciple, to make disciples, and to raise your kids to be disciples, and to go to heaven. So one of your greatest missions as a mom is to raise disciples, to pour Jesus into your sweet girls, Grace and Kolly's hearts. What does that look like in your home right now? How has that grown your own childlike faith as you witness theirs? And just tell us what that looks like for you, because it's just so true. Like, I kind of was the same way once I had kids, and it just brings on a whole different outlook of our purpose. Like, it just, all of a sudden, it's like I woke up one morning and I was like, whoa, this is the point. This is the point. Like, trying to figure out how to intentionally raise disciples is the whole point. So tell us what that looks like for you.
It is so important to me that I pour Jesus into my girls' hearts. The one thing that Harrison wanted me to tell the girls, and the one thing that he wanted them to know, is how much he loved Jesus, and how much he loved them, and how much Jesus loves them. And so, but for me, as my faith has grown, it's one of the most important things that I do is teach them about Jesus and how much he loves them. I got to tell you a little story, just about what happened last year. So, we went to a bookstore, and I told Kollyns just to grab a book. At this point, I was pretty frustrated because it was hot. We had walked from the library to the bookstore, and Grace was screaming. So I was just frustrated when we got in there. And she just happened to grab one that said, it was called Chasing God's Glory. And I didn't even look at the book. I was like, throw it up there, get it, and we're going. Because I was fed up at this point. And so we got home, and the book stayed in the bag for a whole entire month. Wow. Didn't open it. I was like, we got other things to do when we got home. So we'd spent hours. So I was like, nope, we're doing something else. So a month later, I finally opened the book, and it was about a little girl who had lost her dad.
What?
Yes.
Chills.
It was a total God moment. And wow. I just like thinking about that. It's like how I actually didn't open it that day. And when I opened it, it was just my heart needed it that day that we read the book. And Kollyns was like, Mommy, she's like me. And so in the book, the mom is just talking about God's glory. And okay, so since reading the book, now before we go to bed, I will take them outside, and Kollyns always looks for the sun and looks for the sunset, and she will act like she's running into glory. She says, Mommy, I'm running into glory. And so that's one of our nightly routines now, is that we go outside and we're looking for the sunset, and we're looking at God's glory. And so she will talk about heaven, and that's opened up doors for us talking more about heaven and what heaven will be like, and just the beauty and everything that God makes. I've really, really, really tried praying every night on our hands and knees. I've tried to make it intentional with the girls, to spend that time with them and to teach them how to pray, and to show them that this is the time that we go to God and we give him our heart. Now, it's not always like that.
Right.
It's
because they're 2 and 3.
Yeah. It's usually straight chaos. One of them will be on my lap, and then the other one will be praying, and we switch. But it's really taught me that in those small moments, even like that, or even going outside and looking at the sunset, that you have to be intentional with everything that you do. And you got to have purpose in it, because we don't have a lot of time on this earth. Like, we have to live with purpose, and we have to raise disciples and teach them. And while you're doing that, it's teaching you. Like, it's teaching you, like, to have a childlike faith. The other day, we were laying in bed, and Kollyns looked at me and she goes, "Mommy, I want to see pictures of hell." And I said, "What?" She said, "I need to see pictures of hell." And I said, "Sister, I'll show you pictures tomorrow." She goes, "No, tonight." And I said, "Kollyns, do you really want to see pictures of hell?" "Yes, Mom, I got to see them." I was like, "Okay."
I got to see them.
So I pulled up some Google images and tried to find some kid-friendly pictures of hell. And she looked at it and she goes, "Grace doesn't want to go there." No. I was like, "No, sissy. Grace does not want to go there. She wants to go to heaven. We want her to go to heaven." And then just even last night, she wanted to see pictures of heaven, and she wanted to see where Daddy was. And it's just so sweet seeing faith through her eyes. Like, she's curious and she wants to know. And I mean, just even pouring into her now could impact a little kid at school that doesn't get a chance to know Jesus like she gets to know Jesus. So I said it a couple weeks after Harrison passed, the story about Kollyns and the angels. Do you remember hearing that?
No.
Okay, tell us. People will probably think I'm crazy, but I'm like, nope, it's God. So Kollyns was outside playing on her playset, and she was looking up in the sky through her binoculars, and she said, "Mommy, there's Daddy, and he's with 2 angels."
Okay.
I know. It was definitely a God moment, and kind of just dropped it, didn't say much, because I didn't want her to like ever.
You wanted to keep the moment how it was.
I did, and I didn't want her to get my words and her to start saying what I said or what anyone else said. So it was probably a couple months ago, I finally asked her. I said, "Hey, Kolly, what did you see on your playset that day?" And she told me the exact same thing. She said, "I saw Daddy," and she said, "with 2 angels." And I said, "Well, what was Daddy doing?" And she said, "He was happy." Aww. And so that's God providing like a glimpse of hope for our future, and just showing like, hey, Daddy's okay. Daddy's with me. And it's giving Kollyns like the ability to just keep trusting him, even though she's a child. Like, it's giving her the hope to have faith, like to keep. I mean, she's 3.
Yeah.
And how it's amazing how a 3-year-old can have so much faith. And I see it. And I see it firsthand. And that's what God calls us to do, is to have a childlike faith. And I get to witness that through my kids, and it's impacting me. It's impacting me a lot.
Well, and we're told too that like whenever we get to heaven, like that is the childlike faith that we love Jesus with, is that childlike faith. And it is so beautiful, because it's just so simple to them. Like, it doesn't get into the controversy or political topics of the world. Like, it's none of that is in it. Like, it is just simply like loving Jesus, and that he's there with you. Like, the other day we were blowing out dandelions outside That's like the ones that you blow, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I was like,
yeah.
that's right. And like we blew one out and crew like moved hers and the wind blew it out. And she said, silly Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, what?
It's,
like that's just their mind.
It is. And it just, all they have to do is trust. Mm-hmm. They just put their trust into what they're seeing. And I truly believe that was God. Like, I truly believe it. But your dandelion story, I got to tell you a story.
Yeah, tell us.
Oh my gosh, it's a heartbreaker.
Okay, hit
So
us.
we went up to the cemetery on Memorial Day, and Kollyns found a dandelion. That's what it's called, right? Okay. I was like, that doesn't sound right.
Well, whenever I said it too, that sounds like a dandelion. Is that the yellow one?
I know. That, I'm thinking it's the yellow one. What's the white one?
We're talking about the one where you hold the white one and you blow it and you make a wish.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
We're going to call it a dandelion.
It's called, for the purpose of this podcast, this is now a dandelion. And if it is a dandelion, then let's just go with that.
Yeah, okay. So she picked it up and we were getting into our car. And at this point, again, I was frustrated because let me just tell you what happened. I looked over and Kollyns told me she had to go to the bathroom. And I was like, okay, Kollyns, like I have a little potty in the car. Like, let me get Grace buckled up and then I'll get your potty out. I turn around, she has her pants off and she's peeing in the rocks.
The cemetery.
I was like, Kollyns, you can't be doing that. And I mean, if you see me out and about, I'm sorry. You're going to think I'm a hot mess. And I definitely don't have it together at all. Far from it.
None of us do.
I mean, I still leave the house without shoes on, if that tells you anything.
You wore shoes today, though.
I did.
I was proud of you.
That's good, yeah. Okay, so...
I'm not in shoes, though. I don't have shoes on.
So she peed. I'm frustrated. I'm like, get over here. Like, I'm mad. I'm like, you can't
She's
be doing
like in
this.
the back of people's pictures.
Yes.
Pictures.
Yes. I'm like, you cannot be doing this. And people are out there. I'm like, hopefully no one saw her. So we walk around to the car and by golly, she's still holding her dandelion. And I'm about to put her in the car. And she said, wait just a second, Mommy. And she's about to blow it. And she said, God, I wish for a new daddy. And what she meant was that she wished that Harrison was still here, because a little bit later I said, Kollyns, why did you wish that? And she said, because I wanted to go to heaven and go see Daddy. So she wished that he could come back and be back with her, like, here. And it just broke my heart. Like, I just didn't say anything after she said it. Like, she wished that, because I'm like, okay.
What do you say? Yeah.
Like, here I am about to get mad at you and because you're peeing in rocks in public, and then you're wishing that, like, okay, God, break my heart again.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, convict you again.
Yeah.
Because it goes back to, like, it's just that simple. Like, we get so frustrated and caught up on, like, the little annoyances of the day. And I am so guilty of that.
I'm so bad at it.
And I can get, like, especially whenever you're kind of at the end of your rope already. Like, it's just like that last little straw thing that you're like, bah!
Oh, and I feel like some days I'm like, okay, God, like, I really feel like I'm gonna lose a fuse today. Like, I'm just gonna go off, because it kind of just builds up in me. And I've had to really work on, like, just, okay, God, take it from me. Like, I'm gonna give you this. And, like, I don't need to be worked up about this. I don't, because none of it matters.
Right.
Ultimately, nothing matters but the way that you love people and the way that you serve others. And as I was putting my kid in the car, I was like, oh God, like, convicting me right now. And I just felt him like, okay, breathe. Like, just take a deep breath. And we drove home and we went and saw Glory afterwards, and we prayed, and I put him to bed, and I just laid in bed and I was like, all right, God, like, that was the day. That was the day. He I just remember him telling me, okay, keep trusting me. Like, I got a plan. So.
Hey there, Wild Crew Mamas. Some super exciting news. If you're like me these days, any day is a hat day. Literally, probably every day is a hat day. And we have 2 new hats for Mama of the Wild Crew podcast. I am so excited, and huge shout out to my sister-in-law Bree over at Schmoky Designs for taking these ideas and bringing them to life. We have Mama of the Wild Crew podcast hat, and we also have the cutest hat. It says "Motherhood is my ministry," and ain't that the truth, guys? Head on over to our Instagram at Mama of the Wild Crew _podcast. DM me or comment on one of the posts and let us know that you want your hat today. Growing up, our parents had a super special tradition. We kept this big stork in our garage, and whenever someone either in town or one of our friends had a baby, we would all load up and go over to their house and put this stork in their yard to help them celebrate. It was one of my favorite childhood memories, and my sister Addison Sewell has carried on that tradition. She is the proud owner of Owasso Storks, offering personalized stork deliveries to families celebrating the arrival of a new baby. Whether it's a baby announcement, a baby shower, or to celebrate the birth of a little one, Owasso Storks is the perfect, thoughtful, sentimental gift. There are even options to celebrate proud big siblings and even those furry little family members. For a sweet, memorable gift, reach out to Owasso Storks. Check them out on Instagram. That's at Owasso Storks, at OWASSOSTORKS. And you can find their contact info in the show notes. Guys, this is just the sweetest gift. I have personally been blessed by a stork from Owasso Storks before Owasso Storks was a thing, and it was just the sweetest thing. So definitely reach out to Owasso Storks. Well, yeah, and I just kind of want to pause for a moment too whenever you're talking about like you being a hot mess in public, because before you keep going, like, I didn't know you personally whenever you were walking through this with Harrison and the journey. And like so many others, I followed along through like Facebook or reading updates or reading like prayer chains or even just like different friends updating me or whatever it may be. I feel like, you know, myself and like many others in the community or people listening were so invested just in your story. As a wife and a mom, I often found myself like looking at this and thinking like she is carrying all of this with such class and grace. And I know what we all saw from the outside, the photos, the updates probably was not reflective of like what you were feeling and going through on the inside. But from the outside, the strength, love, and faith that you showed, it left an impact like on me and I'm sure many others listening.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Well,
It was hard. I am like, even now, I'm a hot mess. Even like when Harrison was going through cancer, I still was a mess. I mean, I'm not put together at all. I forget things. I can forget an appointment. I even forget my shoes. I mean, I'll get halfway down the road and I look down and I'm like, none of us have shoes on. My girls don't have shoes. I don't have shoes. I'm like, okay, turning back around. The other day I got in my car to head to work and I looked down and I had no shoes. I was like, how does this happen? Like, how?
Listen, it happens. It happens. Half the time I can't find the shoes. Like, even if it's an intentional, like, we're going to wear shoes, I just literally can't find them. But you and your girls always looked so cute and, like, loved and cared for. And you just modeled what it looked like to cling to Jesus in the middle of the storm when it just doesn't make sense. So I think for many people, your journey may have been like the first time that they saw someone walking through, like literally through the valley and clinging to Jesus in real time. Because I think a lot of the times it's like reflective after. So before we dive into the next part of your story, I just want to say thank you for being so vulnerable and for being willing to let people into not just then and now. Because like you said, even going through and doing well in many ways, grief still shows up every day and frustrations still show up and there's no timeline on healing. So for those listening, I just want to share this verse that's been on my heart. My grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in weakness. That's 2 Corinthians 12:9. So Mallory, your story is just such a powerful reminder of that truth of grace showing up in the hardest places. I'd love to give you a little space just to share a little bit about how you're really doing. What does that look like for you and your girls day to day? What's been good? What's still hard? And what's keeping you going?
Okay, first I'm going to stop you there. I literally wrote down that verse last night and I prayed over it and I was like, this is the one I feel like I need to share.
Oh my gosh, that's what I did this morning. Like literally whenever you texted me, like, what's your coffee order?
It's right here. Right there. So it's proof.
What? You do have it written down right there. That is crazy.
It's the first verse. Yeah.
Chills.
I know.
That is crazy.
I know, it is.
Because literally whenever I was like trying to pray over it this morning and think about like that I knew that we wanted to talk a little bit about, like, the realness of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what, like, it came to my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, yeah.
God just works.
That's crazy.
It's amazing how he works. But, so, like, usually, like, my day-to-day life, so I just I started working 3 days a week instead of 4. I just could not keep up around the house and couldn't keep up with just me, honestly. Like, I was struggling. And if I didn't do something about it, like, it just wasn't good for me and it wasn't good for my girls. I just had no time to get anything done, and I feel like I was starting to put stress on my girls. But I go to work, drop off my girls. I'm usually running late every single morning. I don't know how, but I am. And you're gonna laugh at this, but my mom still has to call and make sure that I'm up because I can sleep through my alarms. I will set 20 alarms, sleep through every single one of them.
You're a tired girl.
I know, I'm exhausted and I don't sleep. I have Grace that still wakes up and she'll come in. Like last night, I put her to bed at 8 and she woke up it was like 9 and she stayed awake until 12, could not get her down. And so I just feel like I'm lacking sleep and it's just that weighs on me. Yeah. But my mom will call me. I'm so thankful for her. And she'll be like, hey, Mal, just checking to make sure you're up. Yeah, Mom, I'm up. Do I need to come get the girls? Are you running late? Yeah, I'm running late, but I'm okay. Like, that's usually what I say every morning. Like, I'm okay. But it's straight chaos. But I found, like, in the chaos, like, God really meets me where I'm at. And some days, I don't even get to open my Bible. And I don't even get to read my Bible. And I'm just doing good just to get out of prayer. Right. Because it's just in the car. And half the time I don't even have a peaceful car ride because Grace is screaming, Kollyns is crying. Like something is always going wrong. Or it's loud, it's noisy. You know, you have toddlers. Yeah. Like you have kids. It's just, there's one thing after another. But God really meets me where I'm at. And when I do get quiet time, I cherish that because I'm like, thank you, Lord.
For this moment. Yeah,
for peace and quiet. It's so nice when I get like 10 minutes of quiet time just to be with God and to sit still in his presence. But I, like now, like it's, daily life is a struggle. Not just, not because, like one, I'm grieving, but two, it's just, it's hard. It's hard doing life alone. Like it's hard doing it by myself. And I'm not alone because I have God. I have my girls and I have my friends and I have my family. But it's still not, it's not Harrison. Like I'm not there to go to him when I need like help with a question or, hey, how should I parent Kollyns? So like, how should I handle this? He's not there. So it's mainly me and I'm trying to figure that out. Like it's hard making decisions on your own.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It is. And so I kind of want to go into what we had talked about in the waiting. Yeah. Okay. So there are women out there right now, young widows, single mamas who are sitting in that loneliness that you're talking about, praying for what's next and maybe feeling just tired of waiting or frustrated. What would you say to her? What does it look like for you to keep trusting and praying that just one more time?
So, I mean, you kind of just met me like this year, but those who know me know that I'm the most impatient person. When I want something, I want it now. Like I'm going to work for it and I'm going to get it. So waiting has been one of the hardest things for me. It's been hard for me to do. I feel like the past couple of years, all I've done was wait. And I'm still like in the valley waiting, but it's like waiting for healing, waiting for answers. And now like, it's like, what's next, God? I'm still waiting, but what's next? And what I've learned is that like waiting doesn't mean that God is ignoring you. He's waiting on like the perfect timing to like reveal himself and to reveal his plan for you. There's a lot of days that I'm like, God, I'm tired of waiting. Like, God, hear my cry. I'm tired. I'm so tired, but I trust you. And after I pray that, it's like, okay, he gives me more strength to keep waiting, or he gives me what I need, the peace. But I am definitely waiting differently than what I would have done, like even 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I would have been like, okay, God, you took your sweet time. Now I'm going to take over. Like, it's my time. I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm tired of waiting on you. But now that I've grown, like, and I have this relationship with God, I know that, like, when you're seeking him and when you're in prayer with him and talking to him and you have that true relationship with him, that you wait differently. That you're going to wait with, like, grace, and he's going to give you the peace and the strength and the endurance and just everything you need while you're in the valley to keep waiting. Like, God's going to give you everything you need to like, to let you know, like, he's there while you're in the valley, but just to keep going. Like, don't give up, don't lose hope. He has, like, a perfect timing for everything, and it's just waiting on him and trusting that his plan is gonna work. And even if it isn't your plan or isn't what you had in mind, that's okay. Because I know that my mind, I try to keep it focused on eternity. Because once I get focused on the earthly desires and what I want now, it causes anxiety, it causes stress, it causes questions and fear and doubt. And that's when the devil tries to pounce. Yeah, he does. Right then. He just waits for that moment. But as I've been waiting, one of the things that I wanted to talk about was marriage. So marriage has been heavy on my heart. Harrison and I had many conversations about, like, what life would be like after he passed. He wanted me to remarry. He wanted the girls to have a father again. And it broke my heart every time he brought it up. Like, I would get so mad at him for, like, no, Harrison, I don't want to have this conversation with you.
You can't even wrap your head around it.
Like, you're still here. Like, I want you. I only want you. I will always want you. Like, I love you, Harrison. And he's like, no. We'd be in the car, and I'd turn up the music, and he'd reach up, and he'd turn it back down. He was like, we're having this talk. Okay. So we'd have the conversation, and now I understand, like, the strength and the selflessness behind those conversations, and I'm so thankful that he was able to have, like, God gave him the strength to talk to me about that, because I would be struggling right now if he didn't. So I'm going to encourage you guys, have those hard conversations with your spouses, because I'm thankful for it now. But it's taken me some time to realize this, but I'm lonely. Like, I'm so lonely. Nights are lonely. It's just me and my girls, and we're lonely. The girls want a dad, and the girls want a dad, and I want a husband, and we weren't meant to do this life alone. And God intended, like, God made us, like, we're supposed to have a spouse. Like, he just, I don't know. It's hard for me to even talk about this, because it's a hard conversation, because you don't know whenever the time is right. But God placed it on my heart, like, now's the time, because I just feel like a lot of people struggle with this and worry about, like, what other people are going to think. But it doesn't matter what other people think. It's how like, when it's the right time, God provides. And so I know that, like, over this past year, I've been praying that, like, God places someone in my life, and that this guy is a man of God, and he walks with God, and he can lead and serve our family, and just serves the Lord and honors God. But one of the things that God's taught me is that I won't ever be fulfilled if I don't recognize now that God's love is the only love I need. Like, his is the first love. And that relationship, if he were to bless me with another husband, that relationship would never fulfill me if I didn't, like, recognize God's love is the only love I need. That is the only love that will ever bring me fulfillment in life. And I don't think I would have realized that if I wasn't allowing God to, like, teach me because when you're in the valley, it's hard not to get frustrated. I get frustrated. I don't get mad, but I get frustrated. I'm like, okay, God, tired of waiting, tired of all of this. But he's teaching me that like these little simple things that I would have taken for granted, I would have never realized, like, okay, God, like, your love really is the only love that I need. But I would have been like, but I need him too, or I need his love too. No, I don't. I need God's love. That's the only love. So just last week, I didn't want to pray for someone to be placed in my life. I've been praying that for over a year. I'm tired of praying it. Like, honestly, I'm like, I'm not seeing the answers, God. Like, I'm not seeing you answer that prayer. So, like, okay, I'm tired of it. I don't want to pray it. And as I was telling God that, he was like, just pray it one more time. One more time. So I prayed it, and I just know that he's given me peace. And in that moment, he just gave me peace and just told me just to keep trusting him. So I know one day I'm going to come back on here, and this is documentation of it, because I want to say God did it, because I know he's going to answer that prayer when the timing is right. So for those that are waiting, like, keep waiting, keep trusting God, and allow him to work in your heart. And when you're in the valley, just, I know it stinks. Like, it stinks. And I was just talking to you about this earlier. I said, like, it's kind of a sucky situation. It is. Yeah. I mean, I lost my husband, the girls lost their dad, but my life does not suck. My life is amazing. God blessed me with this beautiful life, and it has purpose. Like, my life has purpose. Absolutely. But the situation that stinks, God is going to transform that situation into something beautiful. It's going to be a beautiful picture at the end of it, and I might not see it now, and I might not ever see it until heaven. But I know that there's purpose in this waiting. So to the ones that are still waiting, just hold fast. Don't give up. Continue to trust Jesus. And if you're lonely, seek Jesus. Seek his face, because he's the only love that you need. And he will give you the peace and the comfort that you need to get through each day.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I'm just sitting here, like, halfway through, I'm, like, wiping my tears, crying, because it's just so real. Like, I just feel so honored to, like, be sitting here and getting to have this conversation with you. And so,
thanks.
Thank you.
But I'm not anyone special. I'm just like you.
But that's that's, like, crazy, though, because, like, I was telling my sister last night, like, it's just crazy sitting next to you, because it's like, you're like a sister, you're a friend, you're a mom, like, you're in the same stage of life, like, and you are just handling this so beautifully. So, but
I wouldn't have. That's the thing. Like, I would not have handled it, and I'm still learning, and I'm not handling it the best. I mean, I mess up daily. Yeah. But God is teaching me, and I'm thankful for the reminders, like the friends that will text me, and I will text them and say, "Hey, having a hard day." They'll text me, "Remember, God's in control. Like, remember who's in control of your life. Trust him. Like, hold fast." Like, they'll text me verses, and I would not, like, I needed that. Right. Like, I need that. My mom will call me, and she'll pray over me and send me verses. My sister-in-law's, like, it's just, I need that, and I'm just like you. Yeah. Like, I struggle daily. Yeah. Every day. Yeah. Hourly. Do. Momently. Momently. That's not even
Minutely.
a word. Minutely. But it's taking it moment by moment and living in the now. And I mean, you can think about the future, but I know that when I think about the future, as in, well, what about this? What about this? Like, where will I be? That causes a lot of anxiety for me, because it's like, I'm not there yet. And I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I know that God will get me there. But just focusing on leading, like, sharing God and being a light really has kept my mind just focused on eternity and just being present.
Just the kingdom mindset.
Yeah. Just being present in the now and just loving, like, I just want to grow.
Well, and we had joked before too that we were gonna do a dating
Oh my gosh, yeah.
with your mom, and then we changed it to your brothers. So for anyone out there that knows a good godly man,
You can send them my way.
yeah, send him our way. Send in an application, but like no nonsense. We don't want any of this nonsense.
Kind of just joking, but not really.
Kind of just joking, but like if he's legitimately worthy.
Yeah.
Send in.
But so it's been my prayer. It's been my prayer that God is just going to place someone in my life. Like, I'm not going to have to date.
Yeah.
And that's, like, God knows that I don't have time for that. So I know that God is just going to answer that prayer and provide someone for me. And I was like, he's just going to be right in front of my face.
He's going to be right there.
One day he's just going to show up and it's going to be, I'm just going to know. And that's been my prayer that I just know when he's the one. And I don't have, like, literally, I don't have time to date. No. So I know God, if he chooses to bless me with another marriage or relationship, that he's going to answer that prayer.
Absolutely. I can't wait. I can't wait for you to come back on here.
I'll be back, girl.
And then you'll be back.
I'll be back.
Okay. So you had also said something powerful in your voice memo that you sent me.
Oh.
That you have two choices. You can choose to be bitter or you can choose joy. So what helps you keep choosing joy when the ache feels heavy again? And what does hope look like for you in this next chapter of your story?
So there have been times that I became bitter over this period, not just at certain situations. And he's really changed my heart towards situations. And I know that there's a lot of reasons why I could feel bitter, but bitterness leads to a life that I don't want to live. Like, I don't want to be bitter. I don't want to have the burden and heaviness over me and just be mad all the time. I don't want that. And I've had to pray for God to guard my heart from it, for God to change my heart and to change my heart towards situations. And he really has, like, when you pray that, he does, like, he will. But you have to be open to change. Because at first I wasn't. I was like, no, I don't want to change. Yeah. But once you say, okay, God, I will, like, he shows you, he will reveal to you how to change. But I know that I could be angry, but that anger is not going to get me anywhere. It's not going to be good for me. It's not going to be good for my girls. It's not going to be good for the people around me. And also, it's not doing God's will. Like, I wouldn't be the light. I wouldn't be a light. He calls us to be a light of this world. And I've seen how grief can harden hearts towards God. And I don't want to, like, I'm not mad at God. I'm not mad. I get frustrated at times, but I'm not mad. And I don't understand why Harrison had to go. I might not ever know in this right now. And I might be heaven that I find out. But I know that he has a plan. And so I just have to keep trusting God. And I know God is good. And even when life is going bad and everything seems to go, like, not the way I want it. Not the way you planned. Which is a daily thing. It's like, okay, well, I planned on this being a good day, but now it's kind of bad. Like, everything has gone wrong, but it's not bad. Like, I'm good because God is still good. God is always good. He won't ever not be good. And so I'll always be good because I have Jesus. And so when you choose Jesus and when you seek him, he gives you the strength to keep going. So, like, even in the hospital rooms or tears and heartbreak, I still had joy because I had Jesus. And it's the joy that always comes from Jesus. It can only come from Jesus. It's not like a regular, like, emotion, like happiness. Like, it's deep, it's sustaining, and it gives you strength. And it gives you peace. And it never goes away. Right. Like, if you're seeking Jesus and seeking his face, in his heart, like, he will give you that joy. So if you're hurting, all I can say is seek Jesus.
Tell us about your hold fast story.
Oh my goodness. Okay, this one gives me chills. That one gave
me chills whenever you said it. Yes.
So I'm a dental hygienist, and I had a patient come in with this hat, and I brought him back to my room. And usually most people will either set their hats on a chair in the corner of my room, which I would never see, or on a table. And this particular patient took his hat off and he sat it on his knee. And so when I walked out of the room and walked back in, the words "hold fast" were right there. They were staring me straight in the eyes. And I said, "Did you have that hat on when you walked in?" Because I was like, there's no way I would have noticed it. And he said, "Yes." He said, "My wife just got it for me about a couple weeks ago. It's brand new. I think you wore it one time." And I was like, oh my goodness. Like, you chose to wear it to your cleaning appointment? Wow. But so the words "hold fast" mean a lot to me. We had a friend that wrote a song, and the song was called "Hold Fast," and he sang it at Harrison's funeral. And I was telling this patient this story about the song and what it meant to me and how those words really keep me going now. And he was like, "I want you to take this hat." And I was like, "No, I can't take your brand new hat. Like, your wife just got that for you." He was like, "I want you to take this hat, and I want you to bring it to your friend who wrote that song." And he goes, "It means a lot more to you than what it does me." And that was just a glimpse of God saying, "Okay, I still have you. I'm still here." And it's a reminder that he hasn't left me, because I was having a hard day that day. I was struggling. And for that patient to walk in with that hat on at the perfect time. And the crazy thing is that will be the last time that I see that patient, because he's moving. So it's like his last appointment, he wore that hat.
Wow. It is just so crazy. He just
God provides those little things, and it's not coincidence. It's not a coincidence.
Yeah.
It's God.
Okay, and then another last thing that I want to talk about before we go is just the importance of community in your life. So whether it be from your family to your friends to where the girls go to school to activities, whatever it may be, how does that impact your just life, your journey, all the things?
Gosh, I can't say enough about the community that has surrounded me and supported Harrison and I throughout this journey. And even now, like, people are still pouring into the girls and I. And I cannot thank God enough for those people. And I can't thank the people enough. Like, my goodness, just the love. I've never felt I needed it, and I still need it. And I'm just thankful that people will still reach out and still tell me that they're praying for me. It's just unreal. Even like the fire department, the love that they have shown the girls and I, even after Harrison has passed, I've never seen anything like it in my life. And I'm thankful for it. So thankful. We have to have community. Like, God didn't intend for us to do life alone. We need the community. We need the friends. Like, even I had two of the sweetest friends. I hadn't even checked my phone the day of Harrison's, like, the 1 year of his passing, like the anniversary of it. And they just showed up to my house with open arms, just loving on me, ready to talk to me and just be there for me. They were just going to sit there with me. Like, whatever I needed, they were there. And you need people like that in your life. Like mentors. I've never had a mentor before, and now I do. I have multiple, and it has been the greatest blessing for me. It's kept me accountable. I've grown in my faith because of it. They're pushing me to memorize scripture. I'm horrible at it, and I always feel so convicted that I need to memorize scripture. And they're pushing me to learn it and to just grow. Like, even my family has been they're my right-hand man. My goodness. They, my parents, my brothers, their wives, they've just really just picked me up over this past year. My brother's wife, or it was his girlfriend at the time, practically lived with me for months after Harrison passed, just helping me around the house, helping me with the girls. I mean, my goodness, she did laundry. She took the girls places. She helped me clean. I mean, she was there. And even now, like, if I don't have, like, for going somewhere, she's the one that has all the extra stuff. I mean, I'm doing good. I don't even leave the house with shoes on, but she has the extra clothes, diapers, snacks. games, toys. She's got it all. And or she'll call me and say, hey, grab this, this, and this. Or she'll make my list, like checklist of what I need to, what I need before I leave the house. But it's just like things like that just take a weight off of me. Or like my brothers and dad coming to mow the yard. Or my mom just, oh my goodness, I got to tell you this story. This is a total God thing. So my washer had been messing up and I had to undo the drain. Like, you know, at the bottom of like a front loader, it has like a little drain plug. Well, I had to undo that and like drain the water and like clean it out. And when I went to put it back in, I guess I didn't get it in good enough. No. I flooded my laundry room.
Oh no.
But get this. So I was putting my girls in, like I had my girls in the bath and I was trying to pick up the laundry room and everything. My mom walks in at the right timing and she goes, I just felt I needed to come over. Oh. I know. Can you believe that? And so she was able to take care of my girls while I clean up my flooded laundry room. But it's just like things like that where my sister-in-law, Maddie, she'll just text me throughout the day and say, hey, just want to let you know I'm praying for you. Yeah. Just, you got to have people like that in your life that just help you through the hard times. Right. And even if you're not going through hard times, you need people like that are godly people. You need friends that are seeking Jesus that will help you stay on the right track. And if anyone out there doesn't have people like that, let me know, because I'm your girl. I'll help you. I see the importance of it, and I see the importance of reaching out to people and loving on people and just encouraging. Like, if you know a single mom out there or know someone that has lost their loved one, encourage them. Tell them they're doing good, because that helps me a lot. Yeah. And I wouldn't never think that would, but it does. Like, words, like, okay, like, I guess I am doing good. Like, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah. And if you're a friend out there that has someone like this in your life, whether they're a single mom, have lost a loved one, or just another mom, like, send the text. Like, even if you're like, oh, that's kind of weird. Maybe I feel like kind of weird, or that's not how I normally talk to them, or that's not my MO. That's not what I normally do. Try it. Yeah,
try it. And so something that I've been thinking about a lot is Father's Day coming up. Yeah. So the last day of school, or the second to last day, I can't remember what day, they made gifts for their fathers. Right. And Gracelee's, or I guess Kollyns and Gracelee's teachers got together and they made one for me. Oh. I know. I'm going to cry. It's like sitting up in my living room, and it's it has their handprints on it. It's a little candlestick, and it says "Be the Light." But things like that, like it's a reminder of God's faithfulness and that He's gonna get you through it, and He puts people in your life right when you need them. Just like the girls' school, I needed that. Those ladies that work there pour into my girls, and they love on them, and they have, my goodness, they poured into me. And as soon as you walk in, they're smiling, they're happy, they're asking me if I need help, they ask if I need anything.
They know your name, they know your kid's name, they know your husband's name. There's been multiple times where like I've been carrying Wilder in too, and I've just like left him at the front with them, and they're like, oh, I know that carrier is heavy, like leave him here. Yeah, it's amazing. And then I'll go get her. And I'm sure they're thinking, oh my goodness, here she is, like here she's coming in. They are not thinking that.
As I'm leaving the school, I'm walking out with Grace like a football, because she doesn't want to walk. I'm carrying Kollyns, I got backpacks and everything, and they're like, do you need help? I'm like, no, I'm good. But I'm thankful for people like that notice the little things, because it's the little things that build up and that become heavy. And it's hard. Like, it's really hard. Like I said earlier, like household chores become a burden. Just like little things like that just become a burden on me. And it's like it gets so heavy that I feel like I can't get it all done. So then I don't do any of it. And I'm like, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to sit here and watch the girls. And that's good for me. But also, I have to do things.
You still have things that have to get done.
I still have things that have to get done, like bills. Like, that's been the hardest thing for me, is because Harrison always took care of that.
I would not have even thought about that. Yeah.
And I don't, it's been awful. Yeah. Like, it's been really hard for me to get stuff paid on time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not because I can't do it. Like, it's just because there's so many other things that are on my mind
Mm-hmm.
that I tell myself, okay, I'll do it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Or, okay, I'll do it Wednesday. And it never gets done until the day of or right before they close. And I'm like,
Right.
oh crap, I gotta go pay that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, my electric almost got shut off or my water almost got shut off.
Yeah.
And little things like that just are now my responsibility.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and we had kind of talked before, but I had met your mom before I met you.
Yes.
And I mean, just from the outside looking in, I know that she pours so much into your life.
She
because
does.
She would be loading up literally 4 children out of her car.
I don't know how she does it.
They all looked cute. They were all done up like twin babies.
Yes.
And then your girls, so your nephews and your girls, getting them all in this wagon. Number one, I'm like freaked out that Crew's running in the street and I get wilder. How?
I don't know, but as soon as she gets to school, she gets them out, she puts them in their wagon, she gets the boys like hair, like the little water and comb to like comb back their hair, and she'll put new bibs on them. And then for my girls, get this, the girls want lipstick, so then she puts lipstick and perfume on them, and they know that they're
matching.
Yes,
they're in matching outfits.
And she does everything. Like, I send them over to her house. I just drop them off. And she's out there waiting on me. And I'm like, bye, gotta go. Like, I'm running late. And they're still in their pajamas, haven't brushed their teeth, haven't done their hair. And she has those girls ready, looking amazing. Has their hair done cute. And does all of that all before, like, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's so crazy. But then now being a mom, like, you see, like, you would do anything for your girls too.
Yes.
So,
but I had the twins and my girls one day before school.
And you're like, how?
I think I had to get up at like 4, like it was like 4 o'clock. So just so I could get ready, so I could prepare. And it did not go as smoothly, but it did go good. Like it went good, but
it's just different.
It's hard.
It's hard. Well, thank you. I know you kind of wanted to end with a prayer too. Yeah. So I'll let you say your prayer.
Okay. First, I want to say thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
It's been a blessing to get to talk to you and to get to know you more.
Oh,
I'm thankful for you.
I love you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love you. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, God, thank you so much for this day and the opportunity to come on here and share my story, Lord. Thank you for Alexis and her beautiful family. God, I pray that you bless her podcast and that she continues to glorify you, Lord, and that she helps other moms out there who are struggling, Lord. I pray that whoever needs to hear this hears this. Lord, I lift up every single mom and every widow. Lord, strengthen them, comfort them, and remind them that they're not alone. God, you have always been faithful, and you still are faithful, Lord. We've seen it so many times, God. For those that are hurting from loss, Lord, I pray that you bring them peace. For those that are tired of waiting, God, I pray that you renew their strength, God. And thank you for loving us when we don't deserve it, God. Lord, I love you, and I trust you, God, and I ask all these things in your name. Amen.
Amen. You're good at praying. I love that. I get nervous whenever I have to pray out loud.
I still do.
Are you like the prayer girl? You know, like whenever you're in community, like there's always like one person that like you just know that they're going to be the person that prays.
No, but guess what? I've started doing that.
You have?
Yeah.
Good for you.
I never thought that I would do that. I'm always like, nope, she will.
Yeah. Because I feel like
I'll go nose goes.
Nose goes, not me.
That's you.
Yeah, in the group. Well, it's always my sister Addison. And she always starts, it cracks me up because she goes, Dear Lord, baby Jesus. It's always baby Jesus. So that's funny. But look at you, prayer girl. I love that. Maybe that can be a challenge for everyone is like try and next time be the prayer girl and like say the prayer even though it's really nerve wracking.
It is.
Well, that was beautiful.
God gives you the words.
He'll give you the words. Well, since like being a small group leader, all of a sudden like we'll go to pray at the end and I'm like, oh shoot. It's me.
That's you. Girl, that's you.
Like, where's the adult? So that was beautiful.
Where's the adult?
Where's the adult?
Yeah. I'd say, where's the grown-up? Who wants to pray?
Well, Mallory, thank you again for sharing your story with such raw grace and courage. Your words are a reminder that even in the deepest pain, we are held. That faith doesn't mean things are easy, and it means that we're never walking alone. To every mama listening, whether you're navigating grief, raising your ones solo, or simply trying to trust God in the waiting, may this episode remind you that strength often looks like showing up, even with shaky hands. That joy is still possible, and that hope is still alive. And to the widow or single mama out there, your story matters. You are seen, you are not forgotten, and you are doing that holy, hard, beautiful work. So until next time, mama, stay wild, stay tender, and keep choosing joy. Thank you, Mallory.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming.
Bye, friends.
Bye, friends. Mama, I am so grateful that you took time out of your busy schedule today to listen to Mama of the Wild Crew podcast. I'm Alexis Schmoker, and I hope you loved this conversation and that it resonated with you. Thank you so much for opening up your circle and letting us in as we walk through this wild ride of motherhood together. Remember, in the chaos of motherhood, there is always joy to be found. So keep looking in those little moments that make it all worth it. Be sure to follow along on Instagram at mamaofthewildcrew_podcast. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our podcast. I'd love to hear from you, so comment, tag me, DM me, let me know what you think, and let me know what you'd like to hear next. Mama, I am praying for you, I love you, and I cannot wait to see you next time.